All right, crypto crew. Welcome back to Crypto Chatter, the show where we dig deep into the latest crypto craziness. I'm Elliot Carter, your host for this wild ride.
And I'm Mira Bennett, here to help us navigate the twists and turns of the crypto market.
And folks, let me tell you, today's deep dive is going to be a real doozy. We're talking about, you guessed it, Donald Trump and his grand entrance into the crypto arena.
Yeah, his recent announcements have definitely sent shockwaves through the cryptoverse.
It's like a crypto earthquake, shaking things up big time. And before we get into the epicenter of it all, a quick reminder, with all this crypto chaos going on, it's more important than ever to keep those digital assets safe and sound.
Right, you don't want to be caught slipping when the market's moving and grooving.
Exactly. Head over to cryptochatter.co.uk. We've got a special offer running on cold wallets like the Ledger Stacks and the Treasury 5.
These are your Fort Knox for the digital age, folks.
Yeah.
Your crypto's going to sleep like a baby in one of these.
Peace of mind is priceless, especially in the wild world of crypto. Okay, back to the Trump crypto takeover. We've got two articles from March 2nd, 2025 that lay out his game plan.
The best way to profit from crypto is to follow Trump's plan. That one sounds pretty optimistic.
Yeah, a little rah-rah. But the other one, why XRP, Solana, and Cardano are surging, is a bit more cautious. But both articles are packed with some juicy details.
From meme coins to strategic reserves, Trump seems to be dipping his toes in every corner of the crypto pool.
He's like a crypto octopus, reaching out in all directions.
Yeah.
But the announcement that really dropped jaws was his proposal for a U.S. crypto strategic reserve.
Now that's a game changer. Some experts are calling it a pivotal moment, signaling government acceptance of crypto.
Others are saying it's a recipe for disaster and potential time bomb.
Well, it's certainly sparked a heated debate, and it raises some big questions. What exactly is a crypto strategic reserve, and will it function like the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve?
Yeah, the one that's supposed to stabilize oil prices and act as a safety net in emergencies. Can you really apply that same logic to crypto? A market that's known for its wild swings.
It's like trying to tame a bucking bronco. But even more confusing was the fact that initially, Bitcoin, the king of crypto, wasn't even on the list.
Can you imagine? The Bitcoiners were going ballistic. It was like leaving Superman out of the Justice League.
The Twitter storm was epic, but Bitcoin is back in the picture now alongside Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano.
It's an interesting mix for sure. Like he's trying to build a crypto Noah's Ark with a pair of everything.
A very strategic arc, indeed. And speaking of strategy, we can't ignore the Trump family's own crypto ventures, right?
Oh yeah. Those meme coins, the whole Trump media and technology group getting involved. Yeah. Even whispers of a Bitcoin ETF.
Doesn't that feel a bit like playing both sides of the fence?
It definitely adds another layer of complexity to the whole situation.
You've got Trump the politician trying to undo what he sees as Biden's crypto shackles, aiming to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world.
But then you've got Trump the businessman, with his family's own financial interests in the crypto game.
It's a tangled web, and it's hard to know which Trump is pulling the strings.
Yeah, it's a real head-scratcher. Yeah. And with so much uncertainty swirling around, it's more important than ever to stay informed and protect your investments.
Absolutely. And speaking of protection, don't forget about that special offer we've got running on cold wallets over at cryptochatter.co.uk.
The Ledger Stacks and the Treasury 5, they're like having a personal bodyguard for your crypto.
And don't forget, after this wild ride of an episode, we've got a study guide and quiz in the show notes.
Think of it as your cheat sheet for acing your next crypto conversation. Okay, back to the Trump show. It's like a reality TV series we can't turn away from, even though it's giving us heart palpitations.
He even hinted at the possibility of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Now, if that isn't a plot twist, I don't know what is.
Is this the ultimate signal that the U.S. government is going all in on Bitcoin?
It would certainly send shockwaves through the market.
Imagine the implications. On the one hand, you have the potential for increased stability and mainstream acceptance for Bitcoin.
On the other hand, you're opening the door to government control, potentially undermining the whole decentralized nature of crypto.
Right. It's like inviting the government to be the bouncer at the crypto party.
They might keep things orderly, but it might not be the free-for-all everyone signed up for.
And the crypto community is fiercely independent. They value the idea of financial freedom operating outside the traditional system.
Government involvement could be a major point of contention.
It's almost a philosophical clash.
Okay.
So we've got Trump playing crypto kingmaker, his family building their own crypto empire, and the U.S. government potentially becoming the biggest Bitcoin whale in the world. What does this all mean for the average investor? Where do we even begin to make sense of this?
Well, I think the first thing to remember is that this is just the beginning. We're in the early chapters of the crypto saga, and the plot is still unfolding.
It's a battle for the future of finance, and the stakes are incredibly high.
But one thing's for sure, things are about to get a whole lot more interesting.
Buckle up, folks.
And speaking of buckling up, make sure your crypto is safely strapped in too. Don't forget to check out cryptochatter.co.uk for those sweet deals on cold wallets. A Ledger Stacks or a Treasury Safe 5 could be the best investment you make this year.
Words of wisdom from the crypto sage herself. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to dive even deeper into this Trump crypto tornado. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Crypto Chatter, everyone. We're diving even deeper into the rabbit hole of Trump's crypto moves.
Yeah, we've talked about the U.S. Crypto Strategic Reserve, possible Bitcoin version, and the potential conflict of interest with the Trump family's own crypto ventures.
Right. But let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. How do these developments fit into the global landscape?
Okay, so we're going global now. This is where things get really interesting.
It's all about power dynamics, you see. Remember, cryptocurrencies operate independently of traditional financial systems.
Yeah, that's the whole point of crypto, right?
Yeah.
Decentralization, freedom from the control of governments and banks.
Exactly. And that's a direct challenge to the established order, the one where the U.S. dollar reigns supreme.
So if Trump succeeds in making the U.S. the crypto capital of the world, could that shift the balance of financial power on a global scale?
It's definitely a possibility. Not an overnight scenario, of course.
Yeah. A transition like that would be incredibly complex,
Yeah.
probably take years, maybe even decades to unfold.
But the potential is cryptocurrencies offer a decentralized alternative, potentially more transparent and less susceptible to government control.
And that appeals to a lot of people,
Yeah.
especially in countries with unstable currencies or governments.
Right. It's like offering a whole new operating system for the global economy.
Okay, so we're talking about a major system upgrade.
Hmm.
But wouldn't that be incredibly disruptive? Think about all the systems built around the U.S. dollar, trade agreements, international loans, even the way we think about wealth and value.
Disruptive, yes, but potentially in a positive way. Imagine a world where cross-border transactions are seamless, where individuals have more control over their own assets.
It sounds pretty utopian. But let's not forget the potential downsides. Crypto markets are known for their volatility. We've seen Bitcoin swing by thousands of dollars in a single day. Could that kind of instability threaten the global financial system if crypto becomes too big to ignore?
It's a valid concern, and one that policymakers around the world are grappling with. Volatility is inherent to any emerging asset class, and crypto is no exception.
So it's like a roller coaster ride. You got to have a strong stomach to handle those ups and downs.
Exactly. But it's also a sign of its growth and potential. As the market matures, we can expect to see more stability, though I doubt it will ever be as predictable as traditional markets.
So we're essentially talking about a high-stakes gamble, betting on the disruptive potential of crypto while trying to manage the risks.
And that's where the global regulatory landscape gets really interesting. Different countries are taking vastly different approaches.
Yeah. Some are embracing crypto with open arms, creating regulatory sandboxes for innovation. Others are cracking down, banning certain activities or even cryptocurrencies altogether.
It's a bit of a Wild West out there, and the rules are still being written.
It's like watching a global game of crypto chess, with each country trying to make the smartest move to secure its own financial future.
Exactly. And speaking of smart moves, let's not forget about personal security. With all this talk of global upheaval, it's more important than ever to keep your own crypto stash safe.
Absolutely. Head over to cryptochatter.co.uk and check out the Ledger Stacks and Treasury Safe 5. Those cold wallets are like having a digital fortress for your crypto.
Don't wait for the barbarians to reach the gate before you reinforce your defenses.
Okay, back to the U.S. We know Trump wants to reverse what he sees as Biden's crypto restrictions. But how would a crypto capital of the world actually function? What concrete changes would we see?
Well, imagine Silicon Valley, but for crypto.
Startups popping up everywhere. Venture capitalists throwing money at blockchain projects. And everyone from coders to lawyers scrambling to get a piece of the action.
It's certainly a possibility. We could see a massive influx of investment, new jobs created, and a whole ecosystem built around blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies.
It could be a major boost to the U.S. economy, but there are also potential downsides.
Right. Like, what if this massive crypto boom turns into a bubble, like the .com craze back in the day?
Everyone rushes in, prices skyrocket. and then it all comes crashing down, leaving a lot of people holding the bag.
That's the risk with any emerging technology. There's a lot of hype, a lot of speculation, and it's easy to get caught up in the frenzy.
So it's important to stay grounded, do your research,
Yeah.
and don't bet the farm.
Exactly. That's why it's so important to stay informed. Do your research and never invest more than you can afford to lose.
That's great advice. And speaking of staying informed, don't forget to check out our study guide and quiz in the show notes. It'll help you make sense of all this crypto chaos.
Absolutely. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the specific cryptocurrencies that Trump has mentioned in relation to his strategic reserve, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. What are the unique characteristics of each of these, and why might he have chosen to include them?
Okay, so we've got the all-star team of crypto here. Bitcoin is the OG, the one that started it all. It's like the gold standard of crypto, digital gold, if you will, scarce decentralized, and with a passionate community behind it.
Bitcoin is often seen as a store of value, a hedge against inflation. It's designed to be resistant to government control, which is an interesting point considering who's now championing it.
Right, it's like the ultimate irony. The anti-establishment movement embraced by the establishment.
Exactly. Now let's move on to Ethereum. This one's all about smart contracts and decentralized applications, the building blocks of a whole new internet.
Think of it as the platform where the crypto magic happens. NFTs, DeFi DAOs, all of those exciting and sometimes confusing innovations are built on Ethereum.
Ethereum is all about programmable money, essentially. It's enabling developers to create a whole new financial system, one that operates independently of traditional banks and institutions.
Okay, so we've got the store of value, the platform for innovation. What about XRP? This one's been around for a while, and it's all about making cross-border payments faster and cheaper.
Right. XRP is associated with Ripple, a company that's working with banks and financial institutions to improve global payment systems. It's more about working within the existing system rather than trying to disrupt it entirely.
So a bit of a compromise candidate in the crypto world. Now let's talk speed. Solana is the one making headlines for its super fast transactions and low fees.
Solana is all about scalability and efficiency. It's attracting developers and users who are looking for a blockchain that can handle a high volume of transactions without breaking a sweat.
And last but not least, we have Cardano, the brainy one of the bunch. It's built on peer-reviewed research and aims to be a more secure and sustainable platform for decentralized applications.
Cardano is all about taking a methodical, research-driven approach to blockchain development. It's attracting those who value security, sustainability, and a more rigorous process.
So we've got a pretty diverse portfolio here. The question is, why these five? What's the strategy behind Trump's picks? Is it about diversifying risk hedging bets, or is there a deeper game at play? We'll have to wait and see how this all unfolds.
It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a meme coin, Elliot.
That's one way to put it. And while we try to decipher this crypto puzzle, make sure you're protecting your own pieces. Head over to cryptochatter.co.uk and snag a cold wallet while you still can. Trust me, you'll thank us later. All right, Crypto Chatter fam. We're back for the final stretch of our deep dives into the Trump crypto saga.
It's been a wild ride so far.
We've explored the potential economic shockwaves, the global power plays, but now it's time to wade into the murky waters of politics and regulation. This is where things get really interesting.
It's a tangled web of competing interests agendas. Everyone's trying to grab a slice of the crypto pie.
So where do we even begin?
Well, we got to start with the Biden administration's stance on crypto. The one Trump seems so determined to dismantle.
Right. It's no secret that the Biden administration has been pretty cautious, focusing on consumer protection, trying to prevent all the shady stuff that can happen in crypto.
Some people say they've overregulated, pushing innovation and businesses overseas.
Others say they're just trying to prevent the whole system from blowing up. It's a tough balancing act.
It is, but Trump sees this as his opportunity. He's painting his crypto strategy as a way to revitalize the U.S. economy, attract investment, put America back on top of the tech world.
Classic Trump and make it great again, but this time with Bitcoin leading the charge.
He's tapping into that fear that the U.S. is losing its edge, and crypto is the secret weapon to regain dominance.
But it's not just a domestic political play, is it? We've got China breathing down our necks with their digital yuan. They're moving fast to make it a major player in global trade and finance.
CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, they have the potential to reshape the whole global financial system.
So, could this actually challenge the U.S. dollar's dominance? Are we about to see a currency war 2.0? But this time, it's digital.
It's definitely on the table. If China's digital yuan gains widespread adoption, it could erode the influence of the U.S. dollar, shifting the balance of economic power.
Okay, That's a big deal. So where does Trump's crypto strategy fit into all of this? Is he trying to outmaneuver China in the digital currency race?
I think that's a big part of it. By embracing crypto and positioning the U.S. as the crypto capital of the world, he's trying to maintain American dominance in the financial system of the future.
It's a bold move, but can he actually pull it off? The regulatory landscape for crypto is a minefield both in the U.S. and globally.
There's so much uncertainty, so much debate about how to foster innovation without letting things run wild. And let's not forget about Congress. They might have a few things to say about all this.
Especially those who are still skeptical of crypto or see it as a threat.
Right. This isn't just a solo mission for Trump. He needs buy-in from lawmakers, regulators, even the Federal Reserve, who are busy exploring their own digital dollar plans.
So many moving parts. The outcome is far from certain. It's like a high-stakes poker game, and the players are just starting to show their hands.
Speaking of high stakes,
Yeah.
let's bring it back to our listeners, the everyday crypto enthusiast trying to navigate this wild ride.
What advice do you have for them, Mira?
First things first, knowledge is power. Stay informed. Follow reputable news sources. Dive into industry analysis. And of course, keep listening to podcasts like Crypto Chatter.
We'll do our best to break it all down for you, cutting through the hype and giving you the insights that matter.
And speaking of insights, don't forget about our study guide and quiz in the show notes. It's your cheat sheet for understanding the complexities of crypto, especially after this whirlwind of an episode.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about practical steps. If you're investing in crypto, security is paramount. With all this political and regulatory uncertainty, you want to make sure your assets are safe and sound.
Couldn't agree more.
That's why we're always talking about cold wallets. Head over to cryptochatter.co.uk and you'll find some sweet deals on the Ledger Stacks and Trezor Safe 5.
These are your digital fortresses. Keep those cryptos locked up tight.
Solid advice. And remember, don't panic. The crypto market is volatile by nature. There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, especially with all this political drama unfolding.
The key is to stay informed, invest responsibly, and focus on the long-term potential of this transformative technology.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Ugh.
Well, folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the Trump crypto earthquake. It's been a wild ride full of speculation, intrigue, and enough plot twists to make your head spin.
But the crypto world is never boring, is it?
That's for sure. So stay tuned to Crypto Chatter for more deep dives into this exciting and ever-evolving world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, happy investing, everyone.